Hi guys. Okay, I have to stand up. I was snuggling with my dog. We just had this eclipse thing that happened yesterday evening, or today's evening, last night. It's the same day. It's the 8th, so was it yesterday an eclipse that happened? It was in my first house. Hold on. I can hear my little thing going off. Come over here. I'm gonna go like this. Oh, I took these records. I was the one that put them in there. Okay, put this on so we can listen to it. Okay. Hi friends, how are you guys doing? I had tea last night. I had salad last night. I even had some vanilla wafers last night. Okay. I just had an eclipse in my first house. I have my South Node in my first house. I have Jupiter in my first house. We also have Saturn in my first house, currently transiting. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird night. I've been having some just fucking revelations. I'm not sure what it all means. I guess we're standing and we're gonna sit. We're listening to Dean Martin. Dean Martin was I got these, I brought these records with me. I wanted to put them in the community room here just because I wanted everybody to be able to listen to them, just because I feel like old music is kind of what you're supposed to listen to on records, right? It's recorded with the because this is kind of all that they had back in these days to record stuff. It's not necessarily recorded for phones and stuff, right? It was recorded specifically to be played on these on records. That's why I put them in there, because I feel like a record player, right? You're supposed to listen to the kind of music that goes on record players. I also have Louis Armstrong, his horns. He was a horn player. What was it called? I don't know. He played horns. He was the horn guy. So, anyways, I got my record player out and I just was listening to them last night. I don't know. I've just been. Let's just see what's going on. We don't need to talk about that. They're old though, they're right. So this was when was this printed? I think that this, or not printed, but when was this made? Probably sometime in the 60s, 50s. I would assume probably the late 60s is when this was created. So the actual records are a little bit warped because they're so old. But so it kind of goes in and out. But anyways, it's really good. Memories are made of this. Dean Martin, on the last movie that Marilyn Monroe was going to make with 20th Century Fox, he was the main man in that movie, right before she passed away. And it's The Treasury of Dean Martin, 50 of his greatest hits. Great friend. We have Gemini and we have Sagittarius Jupiter. Cosmic serenity and peace. Interesting axis to kind of have come out. Okay, the cosmic forces are at play with lazulite, bringing serenity, peace, and tranquility to anyone who crosses paths with this stone. So there's the crossroads. Lazulite comes from heaven, referring to the sky blue color of the stone's surface. It stimulates the third eye, drawing out psychic, intuitive abilities and dispelling worry, anxiety, stress to promote a clear state of mind. Use lazulite when you need extra strength, inner peace, and against personal demons. We have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. We have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. We have a judgment here. We have friendship and we have health. We have a friendship and we have health, judgment, and peace. There could be something about like the way that your health or the way that you're handling your health. The way, you could be doing something bad for your health. You could be doing something that's not good for your health that like maybe your friends are like, hey, you need to stop doing something. We do have, it's at a crossroads. So in order to have a crossroads, we have the axis of Gemini and Sagittarius, which is just an opposition. So that's 1 point to 1 point. In order to have a crossroads, because that's what it says here, it said anyone who crosses paths with the stone. So that would also create like a, you could just say to the other two mutable signs where we just had this eclipse. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You know, I've been having a lot of revelations this morning. I was having a lot of revelations last night as well, just about a lot of past life things. There was a lot of past life things really coming through for me last night. And there's just some things that are not okay, that I don't feel like are okay with the way that I was treated in past lives. The way that people treated me, the way that people treated my friends, the way that my people treated what my friends, they might have been friends in a past life, are now family in this life. Just a lot of revelations about who I've been and who I am now, and the connection between the two, and the few people in my life that I have had the honor to getting to know who they have been and who they are. And just the way that we have been treated, the way we've been exploited, the way we have been really not treated the best, just really kind of like, right, that has to come to an end. So that's coming to an end. You're beginning to be treated with respect. And I'm being treated with respect, and my words are important, and my words are honored by every person who hears them. And that goes for you as well. Right, your opinion is important. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. We also have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Empress, Temperance, the Queen of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Big Sagittarius energy there. Big Sagittarius energy there. I want you to be really aware of the people that take for granted the things in life that have been given to them. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is somebody that's not grateful, that doesn't take care of the things they have, somebody that trashes the things they have, they're not grateful for the place that they are, the opportunities that they've been given, somebody like that. Okay, this could also be somebody that's not protecting or acting recklessly with the seeds that they've planted. That could be you, that could be me. There's something here about needing to be more on top of something to do with seeds that have been planted. We have now starring. So somebody here could be starring in something. Somebody here could be, there could also be something here about people that you're working with, people that are supposed to be possibly recording you, people that are supposed to be capturing your image, people that are supposed to be, you know, on your side and trying to put you into a good light could be working against you. You know, that could be people like you see the cameraman here, not protecting your image, not protecting your seeds that you've planted. So be aware of the people that you've chosen to help paint your image, that are supposed to be on your team, and you know, putting you, I don't know, unless you want to be put in a bad light. I would assume you probably don't. Okay, these could be people that are emotionally envious. These could be people that are envious of your ability to be independent. Maybe it's because like you still claim yourself to be independent. Okay, somebody knows that it's your time, that the time is coming where you're going to be seen, or where I'm going to be seen. But the people that are supposed to be aiding you in your rebirth or in your reemergence could be acting carelessly with you. So you need to be aware of that. The people that are immature emotionally, that don't want to see you become this sole independent person of prosperity and stuff like that. So be aware of that. Somebody could be trying to like stifle your growth, limit your growth. Be aware of that. We have the Empress, we have Temperance, we have the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Wands. There could be some really fast communication coming about travel. Travel could be coming in. You could be traveling somewhere. You could be traveling to a lot of different places really quickly. There could be like where you have to go to one place, but then you also have to go to another place or another city, another town, another state, where it's like you're moving around really quickly. It's almost like you're moving around so quickly that you don't necessarily have time to even like soak in the environment or stop and smell the roses or enjoy the time that you have in a certain place, because you're having to go so quickly through something. There's no time to rest, right? It's like you're constantly on go. You're constantly things are constantly moving for you. Like you're constantly all over the place. You don't stay in one place for long. Right? There could be a difficulty or an issue with growing roots somewhere, or keeping your roots, something about your roots and your roots not being consistent, right? It's like you're constantly moving. The roots are the place that you're living. It's like things are constantly changing. You haven't found something stable enough to be in one place for a long time, or there's something about that. That could be something you're trying to overcome. This could also have something to do with the people that are trying to paint you carelessly or trying to put you into a weird sort of perspective a little bit. The Page of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. Somebody here could be intoxicated, or somebody here could be like, have like negative kind of emotions about you. You might be going down a level in something, or like you're being demoted. I don't know what that means. Okay, so that could have recently happened due to a poor light, a poor way of being portrayed, or somebody misconstruing your intentions, misconstruing something about you. When in fact we have this Empress card here, the Temperance card. You could be give me one more for the Empress card. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. What is that? Like a lack of passion, a lack of drive. It's like you could be passing someone a sort of baton, but they're not passing it back to you, or it's like you're giving someone a boost, but they're not giving it back to you. I'm not sure. the Hollywood cards. All right, let's see. I have a few more messages or things I'm going to say, and then I got to get going. I have work in a minute. Trying to get like this fog out of my head from this lunar eclipse we had last night. It's fucking my head up. We have secret love. We have Cos Borealis, a fortunate inheritance from Mercury and Mars at 6 degrees 19 arc minutes of Capricorn. We have loyalty. Promoters of idealistic and humane ideas, promoters of mental stimuli, enterprise, and they have a strong sense of justice. Okay? You could be loyal to people like this. This is where your loyalty is standing. You have a strong sense of loyalty to people that are idealistic, people that have expansive minds, optimistic minds, people that are humane with their ideas, that aren't selfish. We also have another fortunate inheritance from Capricorn. The star is called Tetragramaton, 25 degrees 51 minutes of arc in Capricorn. It is a fortunate inheritance from Venus and also from Saturn. This is going to bring strength and power. You will rise in life. You will be rich and you will be cunning, but there is possibility for disgrace, which is kind of how grace goes, right? Whenever you're given grace, you have to understand that grace always falls. If you have a sense of grace, grace will always fall. There's always the fall from grace. You cannot remain in grace forever. You have to fall from grace. That's the whole point of grace, is you fall. There is always the sense of disgrace. But then you rise to find grace again. That's kind of how grace goes, how grace works. If you are somebody that is naturally if you naturally embody the energy of grace. We have an old man reading a book. Numbers have frequency of their desires, but desires see delusions. Numbers have frequency of their desires. Numbers have the frequency of their desires, but desires seed delusions. Okay, something here about the number 7. Something here about the number 7. Okay. 7, the 7th month is Cancer, is Cancer. If we're starting, Capricorn is 1. We have the 9 in reverse. 9 is Virgo. Somebody here could be really, truly thinking. There could be a Cancer energy here that has this sense of, how do I say this? Lamed Aleph Vav. The Great Escape. Removing ego. This route brings the greatest of all freedoms, the escape from my own ego-based desires, selfish incantations, and the me-first mentalities that ultimately cause pain in mine and others' lives, others and my life. In their place, I gain life's true, lasting gifts of family and friendship, fulfillment of debts owed. As I look into my soul, I can feel where I have been wounded by my ego, worry over what people will think of me, needing to be right, angry when things don't go my way. As I let it go and reach for light on a higher plane, those places in my soul open up. I am free. My ego diminishes and I concentrate on what is really important. And that is Lamed Aleph Vav. So whenever we see one of these, so when we're working with Tetragramaton and we're working with the 72 angels of the Shemha Heferesh, okay, these are the 72 angels that surround the throne of God. So we're thinking of God, right? This is God, right? So God is the opposite of dog. God is very much solely having to do with government. God is solely, truly having to do with, presidential energies. And when we see these commands, or 72 commands that you can give to one of the 72 angels of the Shemha Heferesh. So when you do the celestial lotus, if you decide to do that, and that is when you invoke in the proper direction. I don't know how many crosses that would be, but if that's when you create Tetragrammaton, It takes hours and hours of ritual. I've never done it. I know how to do it. I understand how to do it. I think I have half of it written down in a notebook, half of it. It's a lot of writing, and then you have to do all the Psalms as well. You have to perform the Psalms. You also have to understand, which it's a lot of work, because you want to be able to understand what each angel is going to do for you. But you also have to understand that with each angelic energy also comes, a demonic energy. A demonic energy is going to be, when you act one way, like when you cause something to change, right? Like you will cause a reaction that is external to you. When you change something about the inside of yourself, an angel, you're calling an angel to come and aid you and support you. 9 times out of 10, there will be some sort of external stimuli that will be affected by that. That is what you would call a quote unquote demonic energy. It's something external from you, outside of you, right? Because demons are not inside of us, but they are in the world outside of us. That's when other people, because we cannot control other people. We can only control ourselves. I can only control myself. You can only control yourself. I cannot control you, and you cannot control me, right? We are free beings. We have the ability to choose and make the decisions for our own selves. Therefore, angelic energy will only really solely truly work for me. I can give you the information, and if you would like to call upon that same energy to be invoked inside of yourself, that's your own sole option. But it's not going to be my angel or your angel. It's just an energy that we can say, this is something I need to aid me in escaping, right? We are giving it the command of Lamed Aleph Vav, which is the 17th command to remove ego to get us the great escape. Or I'm sorry, it says correct escape. And we have the magician, the generous god. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. And it is Nitahayaha. His gematria code is 468, and that is what he looks like. It looks like he has, you can see there's 2 sigils on the bottom of this card. One would be, it looks like it's kind of incomplete. You might need to fill it out yourself. It kind of doesn't really, right? It's like you have to find the code, and you have to figure out how to fill that sigil out for yourself. But it looks like he has an internal thing that he can give you. It honestly, he's wrapped around. It could be having something to do with a kid, like right, an organ. What kind of organ? It has something to do with that. Okay, and maybe that's why his sigil is not filled out, because it's something that has to come from literally inside of you. Well, then we look here. We have this Page of Pentacles in the upright, and this is Ayazaliel, and her sigil. Her symbol, based off of her geometric code of the name, the Hebrew name, is 420. In English, it is 560, the Hebrew code, and it's simplified to 70. I think I did for the English code because I speak English. 420, that equals 6, and so that would be a hexagram or a Star of David, which is the male triangle. The male is the upward triangle and the female is the downward triangle. So that has both that, and it's God sung above all. I just shuffled it back into the deck because maybe that's what you needed. Maybe you needed a sense of that. Okay, God sung above all. I do believe that name also has something to do with Lilith. I believe if you look at that code, I believe it was the same as the name of Lilith. I believe, if I'm remembering properly, I have a pretty good memory. So we have the magician here. The magician is going to help you get everything that you need. The magician is going to aid you in making sure that you have everything that you need, that you're not going without. Because that's the thing about the magician, is he has all of the elements at his disposal, and he has everything he needs in order to create the reality that he desires, right? He is not without. So he's able to manifest because he has all of the elements in front of him on his table where he can mix elements together to create outcomes. And that's why you could see the magician as somebody possibly manipulative, right? He's manipulating elements to create new outcomes and new realities. So there could be something here that's burdening you, that's burdening you, or causing you to not be able to create something. You could have an excess of something that will be removed from you, a burden being removed from you, so that you're able to create things in a way that is a little bit more. It'll be easy for you. We have spiritual wisdom, and we have magic. Helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Okay, so wisdom is knowledge applied, right? We can have knowledge. This is knowledge. What I'm sharing with you, these cards, is knowledge, but you won't be able to say it's wisdom until you have taken this knowledge and turned it into a physical, real life thing where you're tested. And when you know better, you can do better. And once you do better, that knowledge then becomes wisdom. Yeah, the Hierophant, the merciful God. Divine forgiveness obtains friendship and favors the great, and also secures promises. The Hierophant is the one that has the keys. The keys to like things that have kept you feeling locked or trapped, or like you're in situations, contracts, right? The Devil card in tarot, you see the man and the woman with the chains around their neck. And it's very similar to the Hierophant card, except the Hierophant card is talking about tradition and order and following the way of the people that have done things prior to us, that know the most efficient way to do something, right? The Hierophant will give you knowledge, the things that you need, the systems to follow to be able to do that. So we have generous God. We also have the merciful God. Right, 2 major arcana cards, 2 very good major arcana cards. The Hierophant rules the card of Taurus. Aleister Crowley says that the Hierophant is similar to, if you're building like a structure, if you're building something, it's like the nails to the foundation. It's the glue that keeps the family together, right? The traditions, the things that you do that are traditions, right? Those are the things that kind of keep the family together, that give you the sort of essence of your family, or the essence of your structure, the essence of your life, right? These are the things that kind of make you who you are. So the Hierophant card is a very foundational energy. So it has keys as well. So there's something about that. We have the Knight of Cups, which is the revealing God, and this is Ariel. And she has an external thing. It looks like it's a cup kind of thing. With interesting. You can see there's like, you can notice how the bottom of the cup that she has in her hand, and that's her item for the red sigil. And you can notice here, there's 2 Tetragramaton sigils here. So we have Adonai, we have Eye, we have Yahweh, we have Agalah all around us. And then there's a few other circles, Tetragrammaton, Emmanuel. Right, this is real biblical magic. We have to remember that the Bible was a book written for kings by kings. The biggest grimoire that has ever been written is in the Bible, and if you know how to read the Bible and the back speech of the Bible and what they are truly trying to say, it looks like here in this sigil, it looks like there's a lamb. And the lamb is carrying this staff with a cross on its back. Okay, the Lamb of God is going to bring you a staff. Okay, God has the staff and the rod. So the lamb is known as Yehovah or Yeshua or Jesus. So somebody that is going to be carrying that energy will bring you something that will help you have more dominion over your life, something that will help you be able to stand strong, somebody that will have your back, somebody that will have your power on their back, will back you and the power that you have in your life. The Knight of Cups is also an energy of love. It's an energy of emotion. It's giving you emotion, right? He's giving you a cup of emotion. You think the Knight of Cups, you see a man on a horse, on a white horse, in the middle of a desert, and he has a stream of water in the middle of the desert. So somebody's going to come and bring you something in a time where, or an element that you've been struggling in, that you've been feeling a sense of lack in. The merciful God, the generous God, the revealing God is going to reveal to you a way to overcome these things. And it says perception and revelation, discovers hidden treasures and reveals secrets of nature. So it's going to help you see something, right? The Knight of Cups is, there's my nose. Give me one more. And we have the Four of Wands, God the Savior. Rectification, helps one live in peace with everyone. Somebody's going to come and have your back. Somebody's going to stand and they're going to have your power on their back, meaning that they are going to have your back while you're able to wield this power, or someone is going to give you transferred power. Somebody is going to give you the power that has been taken from you, the power people have tried to take from you, by judging the situation and judging it properly and telling you to hold your head high and don't allow people to ever disrespect you. They're going to reveal the treasure that is within you, right? We see it within you. We were talking about how it looked also like this, right? This is something within you. It's not something that can be taken out of you unless somebody's going to come and cut you open, even here, the Savior. And it's going to help you protect those things. Notice how he has all these wings around him now. It's going to help you keep a sense of and protect the amazing things that are within you, the qualities that are within you that cannot be taken from you. Generous, merciful, revealing, and the Savior. So these are all these are the angels, the beings, the energies that surround the energy that is what we would call God. And they're going to come and deliver these feelings to you so that you have them and that you don't feel without them, especially if people have been trying to, make you see, like, what is the opposite of merciful? We have the pillar of mercy and we have the pillar of severity. People that are trying to make you come off or appear to be severe. We also have Michael here with the Chariot. And I think that we can see here, he's stepping on this thing that these people that have been trying to, right? This is God's head archangel. So that's like the Archangel Michael comes and he steps on the energy on Lucifer's head, the thing that is trying to, the doubt inside of you, the doubt that people are trying to cast upon you, right? The doubt that has been trying to be cast upon you, the thing that's trying to remove the beautiful qualities that are within you, the things that are great about you. Maybe it's your pride. Maybe you have a great sense of pride and you're very sure of yourself. Maybe that's a way that you speak. And people are trying to take that away from you, are trying to belittle you so that you feel small and make you feel bad about yourself so that you can't speak with such pride. Notice notice what he has. Notice that. Notice that. Notice that. Something that was supposed to be shot direct has some miraculous energy, some wind, just some gust of God that just pushes it out of the way. It's like what was supposed to go completely straight has this ability to not, to just, like, it was miraculous, right? Something was miraculous. So, this deck, I've only ever had one deck, it came with two. Not one, but two. So one for me, one for you. So I hope that was helpful for you. Keep going, don't stop. You're gonna be, success is yours. You're generous, merciful, revealing, the savior, right? Don't let people take the greatness or try to belittle the greatness that you are. In reverse and not in reverse, right? The dog is the God, is the God is the dog, right? We were born, America, I say we as America, we are the dogs, right? America is the dog. But the dog is also the God. And that's where God gets its power, is from the dog. And so people want to cut that off. People don't, when people see real power, when they see real true power, especially somebody that lives in very closely to what we would call the dog, or the you know, Orion, those are his dogs. That's Orion. People want to paint Orion to be this crazy, weird person when that's not the case. That's not the case at all. You can't say that's the case. And I think that we need to understand that with Orion being the thing that's really leading our country, that anything that you're saying about Orion is really truly just a reflection of who you really are. I think that Orion is really beginning to take on this quality of being all-encompassing and understanding that the hunter is hunted for the same qualities that the hunted had within itself. The hunted or the hunter is realizing that it is the hunted, the hunter and the hunted. Something about that. The hunted and the hunter. That's what I got. Happy lunar eclipse. It was right on my head. At exactly midnight was when the moon, the 18 degrees was where the lunar eclipse was at. I have my ascendant at 23 degrees. And when the moon crossed over the 23rd degree, 23 degrees, 7 minutes of arc, was at exactly midnight last night. And when we talk about the moon, we have to understand that is really, truly, like, I think that's JFK. I think JFK is the moon. JFK is the moon. He is the moon. John F. Kennedy is the moon. His energy is so lunar. He is so much in the moon and of the moon. He was a Virgo moon as well. He was also a Virgo moon. He was a Virgo moon. JFK is the moon. The moon is not the mother. The moon for me is the father. The son is the mother. In my life, it could be different for you, but I think that that's really what that energy was really kind of like, because I was reading about May 29th, which was his birthday last night, and when I was reading it, like, you could hear his voice coming out of my mouth. It was crazy. I was on X Hamster when I was doing it, but and my phone died, and I haven't been back on there. We were listening to Camelot, which was one of his favorite Broadway performances, was the show Camelot. I have the record. We were listening to that, and we were also listening to Dean Martin, and I fell asleep. And now I'm talking to you guys, so I'm gonna go. I gotta get ready to go to work. I hope you guys all have a great day. Comment down below if you want to. Don't comment at all. It doesn't really matter to me, but bye.